Hey, this is Russ Dobrzinski again from the Montana Dream, and as you can see, I got my chef coat on again. I have my my cool apron here. So what we're doing is cooking. We're gonna cook up perch today. So do a real quick beer batter perch. So I have some beer here. We're gonna try something new. It's a Montana lager. It's called Lost Peak from, I think it's the Missoula Brewing Company. And not to get too fancy or to get too crazy technical, and just for the ease of stuff, I usually buy some beer batter mix, and this is this Louisiana product here. And again, it's just really easy. Now I could make this myself, throw a few things together. It's not really that hard. There's a lot of different ones out there. They all have pretty much the same thing in it. The Louisiana one is seasoned, which I like. So if you like the seasoned, batter, that's cool. If you can't find it, all you got to do is just get the plain beer batter mix from the grocery store, and you can pretty much add whatever seasoning you like to it. So, but we're going to use this today. The other thing that we have to have, obviously, is perch. So last weekend, I went out and caught about 25 perch, brought them home, and I cleaned them, and you can watch me fillet them right now.
It's always important to start with a really sharp knife. I don't know if you've ever tried to fillet fish with a dull knife. Not a lot of fun. Also, prepare your work area. I like to put a few sheets of freezer paper down with the wax side up, and just allow me to clean up the mess pretty quick. And if you notice, I have that rubber glove on. We were ice fishing, and these perch were pretty cold, so I like to use a rubber glove on my left hand just because it keeps my hand warm. And it also lets me grip the fish a little easier. Everybody's got their way of filleting fish. I like to debone them as I'm filleting them and then come back and skin them after. Some people cut right through the rib cage, flip the fillet over while it's still attached to the tail and skin it, but then they have to come back and take the bones out. So either way, it's a two-step process. Uh, 25 fish usually takes me about 40 minutes to clean from start to finish. And again, you can shorten things up by just being prepared, and make sure you clean up your mess. You know the saying, when mama's happy, well, you leave fish guts around or some scales on the counter, and mama's not going to be happy. Now once I've skinned them, I throw them in some cold water, rinse them off pretty good. And when you're rinsing them, it's a good idea to really feel around for bones, try to get all those bones off there. One thing is, if you leave bones in there, people eating them are not going to be happy. Kids might not ever eat them again. Now when I store them, I like to cover them with water, squeeze all the air out, make sure the water covers those fillets, and that'll keep those fillets from getting freezer burned.
Alright, so we got the perch, we got the beer batter mix, we got the beer. Now all we gotta do is whip this up. What I like to use when I'm deep frying stuff, especially like fish and stuff like that, is I like to use peanut oil. Now the cool thing about peanut oil is you can use it a few times As long as you're not, you know, getting crazy with this. Sometimes fish makes oil taste kind of funky, it tastes fishy. If you're just using it for cooking fries, the oil will usually last a little longer. But the good thing about peanut oil is it doesn't take on the flavor as much as some of the other oil, and it's a lot better for you than like canola oil or any of those things. Plus, you can cook at a higher temperature. So I like to use peanut oil. Once I use it, I throw it in a jar and then put it either in the fridge or the freezer. So that's what I'm doing right now. All you gotta do is get a big enough bowl. Perch are pretty small, the fillets are pretty small, so I'm gonna use a small bowl. We're not gonna cook a ton of it. I'm gonna add what was left in this package. This package will cook quite a few perch, so I'm just gonna add what was left in the package from the last time. And I don't measure stuff, so I don't know exactly how much is there. But if you have half a brain, you can put in, you know, just put in enough beer, whip it up to where it's the consistency that you like. You know, it's obviously it has to stick to the fish, but you don't want it so thick that you can't get a good coating on the fillets. The other thing is make sure, you know, you want to mix this up pretty well, but you don't mix it up too much. And what I always say is I usually go 1 for the sauce and 2 for the saucier. Alright, so this is about the consistency that you want. Pretty easy. Alright. So I take and put them on a paper plate, or a plate with some paper towels. And I just kind of pat these down a little bit, make sure that they're good and dry. And while I'm doing that, I'm kind of checking for bones. But again, if you want to make a situation where either your kids or your significant other will never eat fish again, just don't take the bones out and let them pick through the bones, and you can be assured that they'll never want to eat fish again. And I can hear the oil already. You don't want to get this oil too hot. You definitely have to have it hot enough, so I'm just gonna drip a little bit of little batter in there.
This lager is pretty good.
What I do is I just dip and then ease it into the... I like to put it on the outside of the pan first and just wrap it around. And then eventually we fill up the sides and then we'll do the insides. Now my heat right now is on, it's a gas. I love gas. I can't stand cooking on electric ranges, so gas is the way to go. And this flame's at about medium. Now I didn't take the temperature of the you know, the oil, but I know it was hot enough because I dripped a little bit of batter in there, and it told me, so I'm hot enough. Now I'm gonna cover this because I don't like cleaning up splatters. Then we're just gonna wait for a minute. And when we do that, what I like tongs. So what we got here is some mayo, some some dill relish, and some sriracha sauce. All right, so again, I don't measure anything, so I'm gonna put about half as much relish as I have mayo, and then I'm also going to put some fresh squeezed lemon in there. Not a ton, maybe a teaspoon of lemon, and then I'm gonna put a couple dashes of sriracha. I don't want to put too much because otherwise, the whole thing about this is getting food that a kid will eat, because there's a kid in the house, and if you put too much hot in it, they definitely won't eat it. So we got a little bit of heat to this, but not too much. You can see that there's just a little bit of a kind of a red, not a red, but a little pink to it. That's the sriracha. That's all we want. And that's pretty easy, but if you've never tried a little sriracha in your tartar sauce, you definitely should. All right, here we go. That's the timer. Oh, shoot, timer. Let's see, 25 minutes for the potatoes. All right. Now, that doesn't take very long. Just make sure they're nice and golden brown. See that? Again, starting with the edges. Fish generally doesn't take a long time to cook. Now, good hot oil definitely helps to get that crispy outside, and then it holds those juices in. Now, those look pretty dang good. Let them drip a little bit, put them on the paper towel.
What do you think, Patrick? That's it.